You could be breaking the law right now without even knowing it. Seriously. If you're at a bar in Alaska and you're feeling a little too good, you might technically be committing a crime. And wait till you hear which US state had to officially outlaw cannibalism. Yes, recently. Today, we're not just reading internet listicles. We're digging into the most bizarre, real laws that are still on the books in 2025, and in some cases, actively enforced. We've all heard the classics like, you can't whisper in someone's ear while they're moose hunting, or you can't let a donkey sleep in a bathtub. But are those actually real? We went straight into legal records and dug through state databases. Some are total myths, some are way stranger than advertised, and some you won't believe ever required legislation. Let's start by cleaning house. Number 1, the myths we all believed, but were never real. First up, Alaska's no whispering while moose hunting. Funny mental image, right? You lean in to tell a secret and bam, arrested by a camouflaged park ranger. Yeah, that law never existed. Completely made up. Whisper as much as you want. The real moose laws are just boring stuff like licenses and hunting seasons, not secret sharing regulations. Next, the legendary no donkeys in bathtubs law in Arizona. This one almost happened. Back in the 1920s, a donkey fell asleep in a bathtub, got swept away in a flood, and rescuers had to save it. Local town got annoyed and passed an ordinance. But that was a tiny local rule from a century ago. It's not in state law. No cop in Arizona is kicking down your bathroom door asking for donkey paperwork. And you can't tie a giraffe to a telephone pole in Georgia. Fake. No record of it. I don't even know where they got the giraffe. Moral of the story? Half the dumb laws online aren't real, but don't worry. The real ones are so much worse. Number 2, the laws people are actually getting arrested for. Alright, myths debunked. Now let's talk about laws that can actually get you cuffed. Back to Alaska. You know how I said whispering isn't illegal? You know what is? Being visibly drunk in a bar. According to Alaska statute 04.16.40, if you're clearly intoxicated, you cannot legally be in a place that sells alcohol. So if you're good at partying, you're basically an outlaw. Bartenders can get fined. Patrons can get arrested. Imagine getting thrown out of a bar for doing exactly what you came there to do. Next, frog funeral laws. In California's famous frog jumping jubilee, the frogs are treated like tiny Olympic athletes. But if one dies during competition, it must be legally destroyed, and it is illegal to eat it. Somewhere, someone tried to deep fry a dead racing frog, and lawmakers went, "Nope, that needs to be a law." And now the big one. Idaho, the only U.S. state that explicitly banned cannibalism. Idaho Code 18-5003 makes it a felony up to 14 years in prison to ingest the flesh or blood of a human. Updated in 2024 to include tricking someone else into eating human flesh. Someone must have tried that at a potluck. There is an exception, though. Allowed if it was the only apparent means of survival. Translation: if you survive a plane crash in the mountains, Idaho's got your back. If you thought getting arrested for being too drunk at a bar was wild, just wait, it gets weirder. If you're enjoying this madness, hit that like button so YouTube knows you're into legal chaos. And subscribe before I'm arrested for illegally entertaining you without paperwork. Back to the laws. Number 3, modern laws that make zero sense. Think weird laws are just old-timey stuff? Nope. Some are shockingly modern. In Tennessee, sharing your Netflix password could technically be a crime. A 2011 law designed to stop piracy accidentally made casual password sharing a Class A misdemeanor. Will you get arrested for letting Grandma watch Bridgerton? Probably not, but technically, yes. Next, Reno, Nevada. Want to take a nap on the sidewalk? Congratulations, you're now an outlaw. The city passed a law in 2025 banning sitting, lying, or sleeping downtown. Police can arrest you if you refuse to move. Public naps, illegal. Cannibalism in survival situations, sometimes fine. But nothing, and I mean nothing, tops this. In Skamania County, Washington, it is illegal to kill a Bigfoot. This is a real law from 1969, updated in 1984. Harm Sasquatch? Up to $1,000 fine and a year in jail. The entire county is declared a Sasquatch refuge. Some counties protect wetlands, this one protects cryptids. Number 4, laws that defy all logic. Now for the why is this even a rule category. In Gainesville, Georgia, it's illegal to eat fried chicken with a fork, only hands allowed. This law was made in 1961 as a publicity stunt, and it stuck. It's usually enforced as a joke, but technically, utensils are contraband. In Louisiana, sending someone a surprise pizza delivery without their consent is illegal. Up to $500 fine for being too generous or too annoying. And finally, in Alabama, they had to write this down. It is illegal to drive while blindfolded. Somebody clearly tried it. From protected Bigfoot sanctuaries to banning fun surprises, U.S. law is absolute chaos. But every one of these rules tells a story of panic, pranksters, or one guy who went way too far and forced lawmakers to write it down. Which law blew your mind the most? Do you know of any from your state? Drop it in the comments, I read everyone. If you love this dive into legal insanity, hit like, subscribe, and stay curious. And remember, before you do anything fun, make sure it's not technically a felony.